Hi, this is Sage Kimball and I'm the Mad Stamper. In this quick video, I want to show you a card making technique I call the Watercolor Smoosh. I used it in this card for the lovely backgrounds on these tags. First, you're going to need something to put your colors on. I like to use the craft sheet that I bought at a local craft store. You'll also need some watercolor paper like this from Stampin' Up. It comes in 6 by 9 inch sheets and it's 140 pounds, a really nice heavy weight. I like it a little on the dry side, so I get these textured kind of splotches that look really nice on the finished piece. If I get the colors too wet, I'm going to end up with something that looks more like an underwater scene. And if I don't blend the colors well before I put the paper on them, then I'm going to get more distinct lines between the colors. I've chosen 3 Stampin' Up! Markers for this: Summer Starfruit, Old Olive, and Island Indigo. I'm going to start by making squiggles of ink on the craft sheet. And when I do so, I want to be careful not to end up with those distinct lines between the colors. So that means I might do a little blending with the markers themselves. The next thing I'm going to do is spritz some water on there. And I don't want a lot of water on here, otherwise I'll get this underwater scene. Now, if that's what you're going for, then flood it with water, you know. Then I'm going to take a piece of watercolor paper and just kind of smoosh it into the inks. And there's my first pass with it, and I don't have nearly enough background color, so I'm going to do some more. And I've kind of used up all the water I've got on that sheet right now and all the color, and this is what I ended up with. Now that'll make a nice background too. I'm going to try it again though and see if I can get it to look more like this. This time I've got more ink on there, on the craft sheet, and I'm going to spritz it with water. I have some areas that are a little drier and some that are wetter, and I'm going to go ahead and lay some watercolor paper down and see what I get. Now there's a good start, but I want more color in some areas, so I kind of smoosh it around on the craft sheet a little bit, and then I end up with something that looks like that. So you can see you just need to play with this. Now I did use some very vanilla for this tag, and so I'm going to smoosh some very vanilla in here, but very vanilla will end up really curled and tend to break down if it gets real wet. So I'm going to blot a little bit of this moisture away. Then I'll take my very vanilla and kind of smoosh it through the leftovers there, and I end up with some nice light background that I can stamp my sentiment on top of. So I hope you'll have some fun playing with the watercolor smoosh technique and see what kind of backgrounds and color combinations you can come up with for your handmade cards. For more inspiration and instruction, be sure to visit me on my website at www.stampingmadly.com, the Stamping Madly Facebook page, and the Mad Stamper YouTube channel. Happy stamping!